Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Portland River Hogs and the Dallas Cowboys. With that, it's off to the home opener, and they'll do it big at AT&T Stadium in Dallas. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Portland River Hogs and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for this visiting Portland club, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott. A first carry for Elijah McGuire. $17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
We talk so much about how coaches script things, especially on offense, to start a season, to start a game, whatever it is. Could they have scripted a better start in terms of playing? Offensive Player of the Week in the NFC, and his team won their season opener.
Absolutely. Perfect start to the year, but all the talk was, hey, that was week 1. Now we got to move forward.
Let's do it again in week 2. That's what he's told his teammates.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first carry now. This is Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Murray now to throw. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On third down, Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend, sets all the line calls, and blocks so aggressively.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Able to fight through one tackle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the draw, it's Pollard. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, and he will take it in for the touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. He's a second-round pick, a solid second-round pick. But when you're close to that first round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do, because now your money's not the same. But even more than that, it's the prestige. Everyone wants to be a first-round pick, and he thought his talent demanded that. And I do know some teams in the league that had first-round grades on him.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a throw here to his running back. A gain of 4 on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. The Cowboys on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Prescott. Johnson's got it complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Here's Murray from midfield. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have, as they get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now Pollard, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. First down, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Prescott throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Prescott yet again. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To the air again, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, About 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone, White, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where you see the final score there. Dwayne Haskins, 2 touchdown passes as his guys...
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a first down. Murray now on first down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to first and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, Murray flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he finds his man. That's Butler. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On second and goal, Murray. And it's caught. Touchdown. Christian Kirk, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 24, Prescott and a completion to Wilson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Murray now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Murray. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here's Murray. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Mike, watch the run, watch the run.
Run for Pollard. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
That's what I'm talking about.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
What we got?
From the 16, Prescott. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Third and short yardage. Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They run the counter. Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Murray is a very, very fickle man.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down, here's Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Jalen Smith able to drop him for a loss of a couple. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Running from the gun, Johnson. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal. Murray now, third and goal. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 50, the 30.
Sometimes you're never quite sure there's actually scheme that got the ball blocked. But I know one thing. The special teams coach, he's going to take the pats on the back for it anyway.
It's always interesting to watch after the block, the scramble for the football. Nice job there. They kept their wherewithal, got it, able to return it.
And on that, he can take the pats on the back because once you get the block, everything that happens from there is really controlled chaos. And you try and control it through your practice, through your teaching, and understand, expect to get the block. And once we do, this is how we respond.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe they're sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Murray. Out to his left. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line.
Offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense. Just Murray fighting. Lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Back to throw. Murray. Got a man. That's Trent Sherfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
But now it's 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. It's Murray. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Dallas, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date